listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for the fourth game in this six-game series between the Erie Seawolves and the Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. I used this phrase last night for the Baysox. It's always darkest before the dawn. A 17-1 loss last night. While it can be tough to really take anything on from that game, especially in a positive light, you can still absolutely look on to things improving from there. And that's the outlook that I'd like to take away into this game, especially with Garrett Stallings starting on the mound for the Baysox. Bowie hopes to get hopefully a long outing from their starter today. But it was quite the showing for the Seawolves. 11 total batters out of the original starting 9, and then 10 of the 11 collected at least one hit, and there were 8 multi-hit games. At this point, looking through the way that this series has gone for Bowie, I have to imagine it could be helpful for them to maybe try and attack with a little more firepower. They've been trying to get the walks as they normally do, see if they can get the key base hit here or there, and drive in runs the conventional way, but the home runs have been what's working for Erie, and it's really shown on the scoreboard. The Seawolves have hit 9 home runs in this series, at least 2 in every game. The Baysox have only hit 1 home run all series. It was a solo home run by Cody Roberts back in the first game of the set. It's such a heavy-hitting lineup for Erie. There's really just not any downtime at all. Erie comes into today's game. They're 43rd of the season, a 24-18 record, and a 3-game winning streak. They're 7-3 over their last 10 and 11-10 when playing on the road. The Baysox come in for game number 41 on the year, a 14-26 record, and a 5-game losing streak. They've lost 12 of their last 13. They're 1-9 over their last 10 and 9-14 when playing in front of the home crowd here at Prince George's Stadium. The Seawolves are currently in second place all by themselves in the Southwest Division, 2 games out of first. That's Akron. The Rubber Ducks are riding a 4-game win streak right now, so the Seawolves have not been able to gain any ground on Akron. The Baysox are 11 games out of first place at the moment. The next closest to them, as they're in dead last in the Southwest Division, Harrisburg is 7.5 games out. So if I can do my math, which normally I'm good at, 3.5 games separate Bowie and the next closest team, Harrisburg. Your starting pitching matchup for today's game, it'll be Garrett Stallings versus Chance Kirby. Kirby, the road starter, handed mostly relief outings to start the year, but he does have 2 starts now on his record, and he is making consecutive starts coming into today. He only allowed 1 run over his first 7 outings of the year, over a total of 20 innings. Struck out 20 batters in that same span and walked 8. But over his last 8 2/3 innings, he's allowed 4 earned runs and did give up his first home run of the year finally. It was a solo shot. That might be what Bowie can do best against him today. We'll just have to see. Garrett Stallings, now when we're talking about home runs with Stallings, that's where he will need to be strong. A 2-2 record and a 3.55 ERA this season for Garrett. He struck out 34 batters and walked 10 in 33 innings of work, but he allowed a career-high 3 home runs to Hartford earlier in this homestand, but they were all solo shots, and 2 of them were to the same batter. Ezekiel Tovar just really had his number. And Stallings was still able to finish 6 innings in that outing, even with the 3 home runs. And that's what Bowie really just needs the most right now. Because with Drew Rahm and with Zach Peak going so short in their last 2 starts simply because they were coming off of long stints on the injured list, and they were both ramping back up, pitch limits of around 40 to 50 for both of them, it was still, in essence, bullpen days for the Bowie pitching staff. If they can get something good from Stallings today, it can really take a lot of the load off of the Bowie bullpen. Stallings really kept his slider low plenty last week, and he got plenty of strikeouts with it and plenty of grounders early on. It was some of his other pitches that were sent out of the park for those 3 home runs. So maybe he'll rely a little bit more on that slider today and try to keep things down into the ground. And like I said, hopefully pick up some of those swings and misses on pitches down and away to the right-handers. We should, I'm going to place a bet right now here, Adam. I'm going to say 6-4 Bowie at the end of today's game. How does that sound for you? Does that sound good?
That would be really nice. Obviously, the last few games and even the last few weeks, the Baysox just have not had many starting pitchers that are going to go very deep in a game, and Stallings has been able to stay healthy and been very consistent. So this is a night in which you're hoping to get some length out of your starter and put yourself in a chance to win.
Zach Peak picked up the start yesterday, his first in just a little bit over a month. He went an inning and 2/3. Picked up a strikeout and a walk against 4 hits and 3 runs, but all 3 runs scored against a reliever, so Peak was not in the game when they came across. He's going to be our guest next, and we get some of the insight on how things ran through for him through the layoff and ramping back up and what we might be able to expect from him in the future. Zach Peak joins us next on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for Game 4 in this series between Bowie and Erie. We're joined now by Zach Peak, coming off of his first start in the month of May yesterday. Just your first impressions on getting back to the mound. Obviously, it can be tough coming in on such a tough layoff from facing off against live opponents. What were your first thoughts?
Just obviously kind of go out there and try to have fun with it. I missed it in the past 3 weeks, so kind of just getting back out there, feeling things out. Gotta make some better pitches, make some adjustments, execute some specific pitches in specific spots. But other than that, I thought.
Were there any takeaways on specific pitches that you felt you might want to work on your next bullpen session?
Just some timing things, just syncing things up a little bit more, and getting back into competition, getting things right, beating bats again. So, all that'll add up, and a little bit more time, I think we'll get rolling again.
Yeah. Again, here with Zach Peak on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. What do you kind of do to keep yourself busy and keep yourself fresh in a layoff like that? Because it was the IL while you were still, in a lot of essence, not shut down too much physically. You were still able to stay fresh. What were kind of like the routines to stay on top of your game?
Just kind of some indoor routines, like maintenance stuff, lifting, like what I could do in there. And then once I was cleared, obviously hitting the weight room heavy and getting back in the throwing program and stuff like that. So, just anything to keep yourself sane, keep yourself moving around.
When you go out, let me just ask real quick, was it a pitch count, I'm guessing, something that you were on?
Yes, it was.
What was it, around 40, 50, something like that?
I believe the pitch count was 40, yeah.
All right. Have they been open with you about that when it comes to just saying this is what we're going to anticipate maybe in the future, and what you can anticipate when you go out to a start? So I've got 40 pitches to do my best. Do you think about that too much?
Obviously, you want to be efficient, and you want to kind of go as deep in the ball game as you can. And I ran into some 3-2 counts there in that second inning, which kind of bumped up the pitch count. But they're pretty transparent and letting me know what I have when I go out there. So I understand coming out of the ball game there because I throw too many pitches. So.
You threw live BP against some of the Baysox players last week. What's that kind of like when you go up against some of your own teammates?
It's always fun. It's always kind of some bragging rights stuff, obviously, in the clubhouse. But no, it's good. It works both sides. They get to see, good pitches, and we get to execute good pitches. So, I mean, it helps both sides.
Again, here with Zach Peak on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. A couple of questions that I do like to ask around for a couple of the guys. If you were a batter, obviously now these days, pitchers batting is a way of the past, and it would have been for you anyway since you're in the Orioles organization. But if you were a batter, what pitcher on this in this team would you least like to face?
Probably Rom,
Really?
just because his stuff's so weird and he drops down at those different...
That sidearm and the 6 different pitches he throws.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either him or Garrett Stallings, because Stallings is going to give you a mixed bag. You can't sit on anything.
Yeah.
I think both of them would suck, but Rom to play catch with is tough.
Yeah. One of the main names I hear from that, it's usually Rom or Nolan Hoffman, just because of the sidearm delivery. That one's usually a tough one to pick up.
I didn't even think about Hoff. Let's not even start that conversation.
If you were a scout, if you came out to one of your games and you were sitting in the stands following along, what would you put down in the scouting report for yourself?
That's a tough question. Just strike thrower, gonna get ahead in counts, and I like to think that I limit damage. So I just kind of try to go out and just fill it up every single time, just give us a chance to win.
One of the trending storylines this season, of course, has been the pitch clock and how you guys have had to adjust to it. Has there been a lot of work put in just on general conditioning to keep you guys going in your quick rhythm, since everyone has had to adjust their rhythm to stay on top of it?
Yes, we're conditioning really well. Chandler does a good job over here. It's like I personally haven't had a problem with it. I really enjoy a fast pace, and I like to attack hitters as fast as possible. But I know some of the guys don't love it. It's kind of either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Definitely impacts the speed of the game. So I mean,
having gotten the chance to talk to one specific player, Noah Denoyer, have you watched how quickly he kind of goes through some of his motions there?
He's a quick boy. Yeah. He's a big boy, but he's quick. So.
Yeah. Again, here with Zach Peak on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Usually like to ask this. One of the first times we sit down and chat a lot of times this season. You're on the road. Go out, pitch a game, come back to the hotel, and get ready to wrap up the night. Put on your favorite streaming service. What's the go-to show to close out the night?
Seinfeld.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for someone to say that all season. There you go, man.
Is anybody here a marine biologist?
I've reached into the blowhole of the great fish. No,
Great
the mammal.
fish,
The mammal. Oh, that whole speech, that's one of the best things I've ever.
Amazing.
Well, I'm glad we got that going, Zach. I really appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
No problem, man. Thank you.
That's Zach Peak here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Getting ready for baseball here on this Friday evening. It is a day in which we a rain shower in the afternoon. There is a threat of rain during our bowl game tonight, but even though the lights are already on, it's a little bit overcast. It really is going to be a nice start, weather-wise, to this evening's game. Now, we did have some movement on the Baysox roster today. Cody Roberts, Bowie catcher, who has been with the club throughout this year, has been promoted to Triple-A Norfolk. Cody was one of the only players here with this Baysox team this year that had played in Norfolk prior. And a big congratulations as well goes out to right-handed reliever Ryan Conroy, as Conroy as well gets the call up to Triple-A Norfolk. Conroy 2-2 with a 5.94 ERA in 10 outings, all out of the pen, as he makes his way to Triple-A. He did strike out 22 batters in 16 and 2/3 innings. Quick look at Cody Roberts' numbers. He hit .229 in 24 games with 3 homers and 17 driven in. That's a lot of RBIs in just 24 games of baseball. So Cody had a very productive start to the year in Bowie. Veteran left-hander who's had his injury troubles over the last 2 years, but has been very effective for the Baysox. At times, a starting pitcher in the rotation early last year, Cam Bishop. Cameron Bishop has been reinstated from the injured list. More than likely will be slotting in a relief role. And then we're going to see very soon a very young catcher, Michael Mantacone, transferred from Single-A Delmarva. Mantacone wearing the number 58. He's just 20 years old, not in the lineup today, but he played 13 games with Delmarva, and the Orioles organization putting such a bigger push in signing international players beginning 3 years ago. Of course, at that time, they were signing 16, 17, and 18-year-olds, and Mantacone a part of that, as he is a Cuban-born ball player, and maybe the beginning of what we're going to see over the next few years. You're going to see the amount of ball players that are international in nature on this Baysox team rise exponentially in the years to come. Well, last night in this Eastern League, it was in a day game. Altoona, they're red hot right now, and they bested Harrisburg 7-1. Portland was the winner, the Red Sox affiliate over the Yankees affiliate in Somerset by a 7-4 final. It was, or check that, I'm reading the wrong day's scores. That was 2 days ago. From yesterday, it was Portland beating Somerset 3-1, Altoona was a 5-2 victor. Akron over New Hampshire as the Rubber Ducks win at Canal Park at home 4-2. It was Hartford over Richmond 7-4. Hartford is at the Diamond as they continue a 2-week southern trip. And then Binghamton a victor over Reading by a 6-4 final score. Boy, it's a tight race in the Eastern League standings in the Northeast. Somerset has got a half-game lead on Hartford. Hartford has not been in the postseason in more than a decade. And right now in the Southwest, Akron leads this Erie team by 2. Richmond is 3 back. While the Baysox have taken to the field, we'll take our final break. We return with starting lineups and tonight's first pitch. It's coming up right after this. Erie and Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's Game 4 of this 6-game series between the Erie Seawolves and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and as Garrett Stallings warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Seawolves that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in left field, you've got Dylan Rosa, followed by Andrew Navigato at second base, batting second. Kerry Carpenter, the DH, bats third. Quincy Naporti is the first baseman, batting fourth. Parker Meadows in center field bats fifth. Gage Workman at third base bats sixth. Luis Carpio, the shortstop, seventh. Daniel Cabrera in right field, eighth. And Chris Rabago rounds it out catching, batting ninth. The Seawolves are the AA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. They are managed by Gabe Alvarez, assisted by John Murray and Dan Reicheball, Ali Cady, Andres Rodriguez, and Alex Oleskowitz. Chris Vick is the athletic trainer. Erie is 24-18 on the season, a 3-game winning streak, 7-3 over their last 10, and 11-10 when playing on the road. Once more, that lineup for Erie: Rosa, Navigato, Carpenter, Naporti, Meadows, Workman, Carpio, Cabrera, Rabago, all to face off against Garrett Stallings on the mound. Prince George's Stadium, 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center. Slight breeze pushing out towards straightaway center as we are actually seeing a couple of glimpses of the blue sky through some of the heavy clouds that we've seen all day above. Stallings foots the rubber and gets ready to fire the first pitch home as Dylan Rosa steps into the box. Stallings steps back, kicks high, fires home. It's a curveball called for strike, and we're underway at 7:07 p.m. on a 72-degree overcast day here at Prince George's Stadium. 0-1 to start on Rosa. The next pitch is swung on and rolled over foul third base side. It's 0-2. 3.04 average for Rosa in his very abbreviated AA season, just 5 games. A 1037 OPS with 2 doubles, 2 homers, 7 runs driven in. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Stallings. It swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a high changeup, and Rosa is down on 3 pitches. Starting defensive alignment for Bowie from left to right in the outfield. Am I seeing this right, that we've got another Andrew Dashbach in left field kind of day? My goodness. Hudson Haskin is in center field. Christopher Cespedes is in right. Gunnar Henderson at third. Joey Ortiz at short. Jordan Westberg at second. And J.D. Mundy is at first. Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Garrett Stallings on the mound. And the first pitch to Andrew Navigato misses down and away. A fastball starts the count out at 1-0. First pitch out of the zone for Stallings already in the early goings as Navigato comes in with a .327 average and an .844 OPS in 17 games. Here's the next pitch. Lifted out towards shallow right. Running over to it is Christopher Cespedes. He runs to his left probably about 20-30 feet and pulls it down. And there's quickly 2 away. Umpiring crew for today's game, it's Dane Ponsack, the crew chief, over at third base. Kevin Manzik is at first base, and Gabe Alfonso calls the balls and strikes behind home plate today. Moves on to the designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter now, as Carpenter comes in with a .331 average this season and a .1063 OPS, but he swings through the first offering a changeup away. It's 0-1. 8 doubles, 13 homers, and 30 runs driven in for Carpenter in his 38 games, and he's got hits in each of his last 8 for the Seawolves, the 0-1. just misses wide. A changeup runs the count even at a ball and a strike. He's actually got hits in, if I'm not mistaken, 17 of his last 18 games at this point. He has a season's-high 9-game hit streak that was broken, and he's since rattled off 8 more. The 1-1. Fisted foul back behind the screen and to the left side of the press box. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Garrett Stallings, a 6'2", 200-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Chesapeake, Virginia, traded to the Orioles back in 2020 from the Los Angeles Angels in the Iglesias deal. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Poked out toward left field, shallow, running toward the line, Dashbach running out the third baseman, Henderson, Dashbach slides, he can't make the catch, but it falls in foul. That one was a very close play with how just tight it was to the line, and fortunately it stayed foul while Dashbach wasn't able to pull it down, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Well, both fielders really had to run a long way on that, and because Gary Carpenter doesn't go to the opposite field too often, they don't have him played in that direction. Andrew Dashbach, from his normal left field position, is probably to his left about 30, 40 feet, so that's how much more he had to run to the foul line to try and get that one. Stallings will try again, the 1-2, misses down and in a curve, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carpenter has been hitting it well in this series, a 1371 OPS, a 6 for 15 mark overall, thanks to a homer. He's got 3 runs driven in, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off back to the screen. And the count stays even as Stallings and Carpenter continue to dance here. This next offering will be the 7th of the plate appearance. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Still a scoreless game as Bowie is trying to break out of a 5-game losing skid. Stallings has the sign he likes from Hanley, steps back, kicks high, and fires the 2-2. It's fouled off again the other way, and the count will hold on that fastball low. Carpenter had what you could call his quietest day at the plate. In yesterday's 17-1 clubbing, he started 0 for 3, finished eventually 3 for 6. Here's the 2-2. Misses down, a breaking ball, and the count runs full. Carpenter this season only 4 for 14 on full counts. He struck out 8 times, walked 3 times. Stallings deals the payoff, and it's driven high and deep out to right field. Cespedes turns, he looks up, and it's gone. Carpenter does it again. He's got his 3rd home run in this series, 14th of the season, and a solo blast makes it 1-0 here in the first. My goodness, 101 miles an hour off the bat and 367 feet away from home plate. Carpenter extends his hit streak to 9 consecutive games with another big blast. That's the 8th home run given up by Garrett Stallings this season. He's given up 4 just over his last 2 appearances now. Here's Quincy Naporti. Right-hander on right-hander, and the first pitch on its way home is popped up out towards shallow center. In on it, Haskin camps and makes the catch. So the inning is over quickly after Carpenter puts on the early attack for Erie once again. A solo home run to right field with 2 outs after a lengthy 8-pitch battle. And as we go to the bottom of the first, it's Erie 1, Bowie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Bottom of the first inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie is quickly down 1-0. A 2-out solo home run for Kerry Carpenter in the top of the first gives the Erie Seawolves an early advantage. And as Chance Kirby warms on the mound for the Seawolves to get his day started, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off, it's the designated hitter Adam Hall. Gunnar Henderson at third base bats second. Hudson Haskin in center field bats third. Jordan Westberg at second base bats fourth. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, bats fifth. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, sixth. J.D. Mundy at first base bats seventh. Andrew Dashbach in left field eighth. And Christopher Cespedes in right field ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen, video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield, athletic trainer. The Baysox are 14-26 on the season, a 5-game losing streak. Only 1-9 over their last 10, and 9-14 here at home. Briefly again, that lineup for Bowie: Hall, Henderson, Haskin, Westberg, Ortiz, Hanley, Mundy, Dashbach, Cespedes, all to face off against Chance Kirby on the mound. Right-hander on right-hander to start as Hall digs in. First pitch home from Kirby is swung on and lifted out toward right center field fairly deep. Meadows runs on it to the warning track, and it bounces off the warning track and off the wall. Hall cruises into second base standing with a leadoff first pitch double, his 5th two-bagger of the season, and the tying run starts out in scoring position for Bowie here in the bottom of the first. That's what Adam Hall is so good at, and why Bowie is probably best set to keep him as the first slot in the lineup every single day. In the first inning, actually, let's expand it. As the first batter of any inning this season, Adam Hall is batting .393 with a .952 OPS if he's the first batter in an inning. That's how well he can just pounce on pitchers. Here's Gunnar Henderson. Hall takes off, pitches up and away, throw to third, not in time. 7th stolen base of the season for Adam Hall. He has wasted no time. After just 2 pitches, he's at third base with nobody out. So a 1-0 count to start on Gunnar Henderson, who's hitting .357 this season with runners in scoring position, and now the entire Erie infield will play in as the Baysox have a tying run at third. Here's the 1-0. Henderson watches breaking ball called for strike on the outside edge. The count goes even at a ball and a strike. Overall on the season for Gunnar, it's a .299 average and a dead even 1,000 OPS, which is good for second in the league. 8 doubles, a triple, 7 homers, 28 runs driven in, which is good for 5th. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, pitch in the dirt, a curve. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike now on Gunnar. He's 4 for 10 overall in this series. He's driven in 2 runs, only struck out once and walked 3 times. Runner at third, nobody out here in the bottom of the first after Bowie's already trailing early 1-0. They're trying to tie. Here's the 2-1 from right-hander Kirby, and Henderson bounces it foul first base side. A little bit early on the breaking ball down and inside, and the count goes even at 2. A lot of news for the Tigers organization earlier today. 2 key prospects returning from devastating injury after a couple of fractures and breaks. Ryan Kreidler and then number 2 overall prospect in the minors, Riley Green, have begun playing again. The 2-2. Inside to Gunnar Henderson, and the count goes full. Well, that pitches per plate appearance stat that I'm so fond of. Henderson, his number has been dipping a little bit, but it's still north of 4, and that's what's made him so effective. 4.1 this season. He will see a 6th pitch here in this plate appearance. Here's the payoff, and Henderson fouls it back to the screen. We'll stretch it to 7 pitches. But when he gets to a full count, he is only batting .263, but has an incredible 51.3% walk rate and an OPS higher than his season, 1,009. And a brief time called by Chris Robago behind the dish. That was only the 4th stolen base attempt against Robago this season when Adam Hall stole 3rd. He'd caught 2 of the previous 3. Another 3-2 pitch to Henderson is swung on, grounded to second. This will not score the run as Navigato gloves and holds Hall at third for quite a while before finally turning and sending it to first, retiring Henderson 4-3. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Now Hudson Haskin. Defensive alignment for Erie from left to right in the outfield. Dylan Rosa, Parker Meadows, Daniel Cabrera. Gage Workman at third. Luis Carpio at short. Andrew Navigato at second. And Quincy Naporti at first. Chris Robago catches the balls and strikes behind the dish for Chance Kirby. Here's Haskin, 274 average, 858 OPS, and the first pitch home is a fastball at 94, just a bit down and in to start the count out at 1-0. 35 games for Huddy this year, 8 doubles, 6 homers, 19 runs driven in. He's hitting a dead even 300 with runners in scoring position this year. Runner at third, now 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And the 1-0 pitch on its way. Haskin grounds it over to short. There'll be a play at the plate. It's picked by Carpio, sent to home, and the tag applied. Hall eliminated 6-2 as Rabago applied the tag, and the Baysox miss out on a big opportunity after the leadoff double and stolen base by Adam Hall. Haskin reaches first base, of course, on the choice, but now it's runner at first with 2 away instead of runner at third and nobody out as the inning had started. Excellent play by Carpio over at shortstop. Here's Jordan Westberg. Right-hander Kirby comes set and fires the first home as Haskin takes off, pitches down in the dirt, throw to second is in time. Haskin is thrown out. That was only his 3rd stolen base attempt of the season, and he's now been caught twice as the inning comes to a close. The Baysox, in essence, only sent the minimum to the plate, even though they got a leadoff double and a stolen base on the first 2 pitches of the inning. That's a tough one. As we go to the second inning here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Second inning here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox still trail 1-0. Garrett Stallings back to work, and he fires a first pitch curveball called for strike against Parker Meadows to start the inning. 0-1 against the left-hander Meadows in his 26th game this season. He swings through the next pitch, a curveball inside, and it's suddenly 0-2. It's Meadows, Workman, and Carpio due up in this half inning as Stallings tries for a cleaner frame, gave up a 2-out solo home run to Kerry Carpenter in the first, the 0-2, misses down. Fed him 3 straight curveballs. Meadows finally decided to lay off, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Stallings works well on the first base side of the rubber, taking his time before finally stepping back and firing the 1-2, still sticking with the off speed, and the count goes to 2-2 as the pitch comes in low. Bowie had a big opportunity in the bottom of the first and could not capitalize. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with a fastball inside. Meadows is down swinging. That's the second strikeout for Garrett Stallings today. Baysox in their home white jerseys, white pants, and the script Baysox on the front side. The two-tone cap, black back, white front, and the orange brim. Seawolves in their road red uniforms, white Seawolves on the front with gray pants and a black cap for Erie. Here's switch hitter Gage Workman batting as a left-hander. First pitch home. Called a strike. Fastball hit the outside edge of the zone, and it's 0-1. Workman, a 196 average and a 610 OPS in 40 games this year for Erie. 12 doubles, 4 homers, 16 runs driven in. He hits 200 against right-handers. Next pitch misses away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike on that fastball by Stallings. But yes, it was a perfect opportunity for the Baysox to quickly tie this game up, and it just didn't come through. The 1-1. Pieced foul back to the screen, the count to 1-2. Adam Hall, as he always does, puts together a great plate appearance when he's leading off an inning. First pitch double to right center field, and then on the very next pitch, he stole third base. Here's the 1-2. This one driven high and deep on a line out toward right field. It's gone. That's a tough one. Gage Workman with a rocket shot, 104 miles an hour off the bat for another solo home run, making it 2-0 Erie. Workman's fifth this season, his second this series. He extends his hit streak to 4 consecutive games. RBI number 17, and that's, 9 home runs given up by Garrett Stallings this year.
Yeah, it's amazing because he's only allowed 15 runs in total, so the majority of his runs have been from players that have hit home runs. It's kind of a bizarre stat.
So each of his last 5 home runs allowed, too, have all been solo shots. As Luis Carpio steps in, the first pitch misses away a breaking ball. It's 1-0. Carpio on the season, a .278 average, .719 OPS with 6 doubles, a homer, 5 runs driven in, the 1-0. Curveball called for strike on the inside edge, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the second inning. Now a 2-0 Erie lead as the 1-1 pitch comes in. It's a breaking ball, pieced foul back to the screen, and the count goes to 1-2. Well, I heard Adam making a little mention of it earlier during the pregame show, but some roster moves for Bowie coming into today's game. The return of one player, the addition of a new player, and the loss of a couple players up to AAA Norfolk. As the next pitch comes in, and it's grounded slowly to the left side, backhanded by Ortiz, sent across the diamond on a quick swivel, and it's there. That was a great turn and throw by Joey Ortiz over at short, and that 6-3 putout is the second out of the frame.
How about the quickness in which Ortiz gets rid of the baseball? Isn't it really special, man? I mean, he is a spectacular defender.
I said it. It was a very quick swivel and just a fluid motion for him to make the turn and the throw. Here's Daniel Cabrera. First pitch to the left-hander is a curveball that misses inside. Count goes to 1-0. 2-0 Bowie trails here. I was mentioning the roster moves that the Baysox have made. Catcher Cody Roberts up to AAA Norfolk for the time being. Right-hander Ryan Conroy as well, reliever for Bowie. Next pitch to Cabrera, called a strike on a changeup lower outside corner, and the count evens at 1. And then Cameron Bishop, lefty in the pen, reinstated from the injured list, so it should be nice to have him back as the 1-1 is driven on a line out toward the right field corner. If it's fair, it's gone, and it just goes foul. Ooh, that was a little too much hook by Daniel Cabrera. Distance was no issue, 351 feet away from home plate, and again, it's only 309 feet down the line to both corners. But it does run the count to a ball and 2 strikes as the barrel action is really working well for Erie early on today. It was a solo home run for Kerry Carpenter in the first inning, and now a solo home run here in the second inning for Gage Workman. Cabrera gave that one a ride. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a liner right to second and on an E, picked by Jordan Westberg. So the inning is over, and much like the first, it's highlighted by a solo home run, this one by Gage Workman. And as we go to the bottom of the second, Bowie trails 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
Bottom of the second inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie now trails 2-0. A pair of solo home runs for the Seawolves. Chance Kirby faced the minimum in the first, but it was a funky way to go about it. Did give up a base hit and eventually a fielder's choice for 2 total base runners, but thanks to a play at the plate and a caught stealing, he didn't really have any sort of issue. Jordan Westberg only saw 1 pitch in that frame before the caught stealing, and the first pitch here in the second inning is a called strike on a fastball away, 0-1. Westberg, a .228 average this season, a .794 OPS in 39 games for Bowie, 8 homers, 26 runs driven in. Bases empty, 1 away as the 0-1 comes in from Kirby, and it's swung on and missed high, 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count goes to 0-2. Westberg has been jumping up here in the month of May, however, a .260 average here in the month, 836 OPS. Already has half of his RBI. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This is up and away, another fastball, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. After Westberg, it's Joey Ortiz and then Maverick Handley due up for Bowie in this half inning. The outfield plays a little bit the other way for the right-handed hitting Westberg. Here's the 1-2 from Kirby. Swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt, a curveball. Westberg hustles up the line, but the throw beats him there by a handful of steps. First strikeout of the day for Chance Kirby, and there's 1 away here in the second inning. Well, Kirby's got a very interesting, I guess, come set motion. It's not really part of his windup so much. It's like he leans forward, tilts his body, and then straightens up. 2 come set. Holds the set at the chest, kicks and fires the first to Joey Ortiz, and it's popped up right side, foul ground, shedding the mask Rabago to the warning track, but it's out of play. About 5 rows deep, and the count starts out at 0-1 on Joey Ortiz. 200 average this season for Joey, a .620 OPS, 9 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 18 runs driven in 35 games played. Lights on here at Prince George's Stadium on what's been a quiet night early. The Baysox trailing 2-0. A very cloudy, muggy day. Little humid, had some rains earlier. Tarp was on the field for a grand total of about an hour and a half. Here's the 0-1 to Ortiz. Swinging a line shot out toward the gap in left center field. Long run in for Dylan Rosa. He dives and holds on. Oh, that was an incredible play for Dylan Rosa. Takes away an extra base hit from Joey Ortiz, and Ortiz can't believe it. He just came to a dead stop after rounding second base, thinking that one probably would have ticketed him to third. But this Erie defense, they've really been putting on some great plays, taking away opportunities for Bowie. We'll put a star by that one in the scorecard, and there's already 2 away here in the second inning. Here's Maverick Handley. First pitch. Misses down, a breaking ball. Count starts out at 1-0. Handley riding a season-long 4-game hit streak. .208 average overall this season with a .651 OPS in 22 games. As the 1-0 pitch comes in. Misses away. Good try by Rabago to frame it, but just couldn't. And the count goes to 2-0. Bases empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Already a 2-0 game as Bowie trails. Need a jump start from the offense at some point to break out of this 5-game losing skid. As the 2-0 comes in. Spoiled foul right side. Count goes to 2-1 on Handley. He's only 1 for 4 in this series. Didn't play yesterday. Cody Roberts was the catcher, and now that Bowie has Cesar Prieto, they've gone back to a 3-man bench and can get guys a little bit more rest. It used to be that Bowie was platooning between Roberts and Handley as DH and catcher every single day. The 2-1. Misses down and inside, and the count goes to 3-1. But now that they've got Prieto back and have gone back to the 3-man bench, no need to have the catcher be the DH. They can get that full day of rest that they really need to recover their body, because I've said it plenty, the catcher is one of the most physically demanding positions on the field. The 3-1, this one driven high and deep to left. Rosa running back, looking for the wall, still looking. He makes the catch over the shoulder and crashes up against the wall. Oh, somebody check on Dylan Rosa after this inning. He's made 2 spectacular catches at great taxation to his body. My goodness. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Baysox here in the second with a lot of help from Dylan Rosa in left field. We're on to the third at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie trails 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Third inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie still trails 2-0. Baysox went down in order in the second, partly because of some fantastic play in left field by Dylan Rosa. Garrett Stallings still hoping for a clean frame after 2 solo home runs, faces off against Chris Rabago, and we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you, Matt. So here's the first pitch from Stallings, and it cuts down low, a breaking ball, and the count 1-0 here to the 9-hole hitter in Rabago. Well, Stallings is thrown pretty well here early on, but the 2 solo homers have stood out as there's a lifted fly foul and out of play right side, and the count evens here at 1-1. Carpenter hit the homer in the first, and then Workman in the second. As now the 1-1 pitch, and a ball chopped towards short. Second up gloving Chesty Ortiz on the first in time. And Rabago retired for the first out of this top of the third inning. And we've got a helicopter flying right over the top here at Prince George's Stadium. As now Dylan Rosa will come to the plate. The 2-0 Erie leads, and once again they've done it via the homer. Last night it was Rosa's home run that really sparked Erie early, a grand slam. As he reaches and lifts a foul, he got out on the front foot. Straight back out of play, and it's 0-1. And we are not seeing many first pitch fastballs, even early in this start from Stallings. He's really throwing a lot of off-speed pitches. As there's a fastball, and it's lined back to the screen, and the count is 0-2. Erie has won the first 3 games of this series, and they've done it by just bludgeoning the baseball over the wall. 0-2 coming. And it cuts off the outside for a ball. And what I mean by that is that they have out-homered, including tonight, the Baysox 11-1 in this series. That is jaw-dropping as a fastball just does miss. Off the outside, maybe a bit low as well. And the count 2-2. Carpenter hitting his 14th of the year and his 10th of the month of May to get Erie going today. Pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. He threw him a cutter. That was 86 miles an hour. The fastball's usually around 90. What a great pitch. And it is the third strikeout of the game for Stallings. 2 down in the inning. And here's second baseman Andrew Navagato. 5 for 8 with, guess what? That's right, a homer in the series. Now 5 for 9 after flying out to right. His first time up. Here's the pitch. And a fastball driven well to right. Cespedes back on the run, still going. Makes the catch. Crossing under the warning track and leaping up into the padded wall. What a nice play made by Cespedes. And with it, the inning is over. We head to the last of the third. 2-0 Erie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shock marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risk their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Hey, Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
The Baysox looking to get their offense going on this Friday evening. We head to the bottom of the third, and Erie's on top 2-0. You know, this is a ball game being played on a night in which we have a rain threat. Obviously, we expect a 9-inning game, but you never know on a night like tonight if the rains might shorten the contest. The expectation is a line of storms could be coming in about an hour or so, as J.D. Mundy will stand in for Bowie, leading off the third. And Kirby delivers. And it's in there, right down the heart of the plate for strike one. Mundy 0 for 8 with 4 strikeouts in the series. A .227 hitter on the year. As Kirby now throws, and a fastball's up and away, and they count 1-1. Kirby is going exclusively from the stretch here, which is what you usually see from a reliever, and frankly, that is what Kirby has been for the majority of this year. It is only his 3rd start of the year, his 11th overall outing. The right-hander has been, though, a starter for the majority of his career prior to this season. 1-1, and it's cutting, and in there, he took a little bit off, strike 2. Kirby comes into today 3-1 with a stellar 1.57 ERA, allowing less than a hit every 2 innings. How about that? Here's the pitch. And a fastball up high. And they count 2-2 here to Mundy, leading off the third. Kirby did get a start his last time out on May 21st, and he went 4 innings in that game. So he's starting to get a little bit stretched out here. Pitch. And a fastball misses in. And the count runs full here to Mundy. 3-2 the count. Andrew Dashbog is on deck here for Bowie. They play to pull. The shortstop Carpio's up the middle. And here comes a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Took a little bit off. And Mundy down on strikes as he went over top. That delivery. The second strikeout for Kirby, who has now retired 6 in a row after Adam Hall doubled on the first pitch he threw in the game. And here is Dashbog, who is for a second straight night out in left field. Shane Fontana's been out for about a week. As a breaking ball's into the air to center. Meadows coming in. He's going to get there, and he'll make a head-high catch. And with one pitch, Dashbach retired, 2 down. And now Christopher Cespedes will stand in. And we haven't seen Zach Watson the last few nights either here for Bowie. Cespedes now in his 3rd game with the Baysox. Coming down from Norfolk, pitch, and a fastball. This is inside, ball 1. Former Baysox outfielder, big part of last year's ball club, Johnny Reiser was activated to the Tides roster today. Kyle Stowers has been absolutely red hot for the Tides. There's a soft chopper now off to the right side. Second up, Niporti's got it. Throws to Kirby, who slipped on the bag. He did hit it. And Kirby, let's hope he's all right. He's walking, doesn't seem to be in any discomfort. Now that was an awkward step. Now Bowie goes down in order for a 2nd consecutive inning. And we head to the 4th. It's Erie on top, 2-0 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Welcome back here to Bowie. It's 2-0 Erie. And Kerry Carpenter will lead things off. He hit the home run that got things started for the Seawolves today. His 14th of the year, most in this Eastern League. As here's the wind of the pitch, and a breaking ball cuts down low, and the count 1-0. Carpenter came into today hitting .408 in the month of May, with 9 homers. It's just been a remarkable month as he takes a strike at the knees. Yeah, the count even 0-1-1. It has been just an incredible run of dominance for Carpenter. As now the next one. And he hits it sharply on the ground, and it's through into center right up the middle. And Kerry Carpenter's 2 for 2 today. Now in this series, he's 6 for 12. 2 doubles and 2 homers. And Quincy Niporti will now stand in. Niporti, a veteran, so excited to be back in affiliated ball. He last played in affiliated baseball 4 years ago in the Philly system as a breaking ball tap foul. And the count is 0-1. Niporti never played in this league prior to this year. When he was released by the Phillies, he was at High A Clearwater. Spent the majority of 2018 at the Low A level, 0-1. And it's down and away. A cutter. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. And Niporti persevering through multiple years in independent baseball. The lost 2020 campaign, he stuck with it. And now here he is at the AA level in the Tigers system. The 1-1 coming. And a breaking ball popped him up. Shortstop Ortiz backpedaling into the outfield grass. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. And now we'll see Parker Meadows. Now tomorrow's going to be a 6:35 start. Fireworks follow the game. And then on Sunday, it is Catterday. You can bring your cat to the ballpark this Sunday afternoon. How about that? That's a first in Baysox history. We've done a lot of things in this ballpark. I don't think we've done that. As here's the pitch to Meadows. And he swings and grounds one foul off to the right side. And the count is 0-1. Sunday is a 1:05 start. The Baysox about to hit the road for a long stretch away. Trying to find themselves after what has been a very tough month. As there's a swing and a miss. As Stallings subtracted a bit on a pitch off the outside and got Meadows to chase. It's 2-0 Erie in the top of the fourth inning. Ryder at first, one down. Anderson well off the bag at third here. Well, they're shaded to pull a bit. Pitch, swing and a miss. He got him, and he got him with a changeup. They went to the cutter prior, and then he threw him that change. And there's now two down.
Third baseman Gage Workman.
Yeah, whether it's a cutter or a slider, it's only about 3 or 4 miles an hour off his fastball. And I'm telling you, Stallings is a fun pitcher to watch because you really have no idea what pitch he's going to throw. As here's Gage Workman, who homered his first time up, and he takes off the outside a fastball, ball one. Each pitch is like a different trick in the arsenal for Stallings. You can't just go up there looking for one pitch. As now the 1-0 coming. And there's a ground ball, weakly struck right side. Over to his right, backhanding nicely there is Westmer. And he throws across his body to get Workman. And with it, the inning is over. So a leadoff single, nothing more. And we head to the last of inning 4 here in Bowie. Erie leads 2-0 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Well, second time through the order for the Baysox now against this right-hander Chance Kirby. As Erie's got a 2-0 lead, we head to the bottom of the fourth. Hall, Henderson, and Haskett. Triple H at the top of the order here for Bowie in the fourth. Hall doubled on the first pitch he saw in the first. And he swings here first pitch, and he grounds it to short. Carpio charging gloves, and he throws out Hall. Well, Hall's up there to swing today. Usually when you're leading off, you end up taking a lot of pitches. Adam Hall not doing that this evening. Yeah, there's one retired, and here's Gunnar Henderson. It's a big part of this ball game early on today. Hall doubled, and on the first pitch to Henderson, he got a great jump, and he stole third. Well, the Baysox couldn't bring him home. Gunner sharply grounded out with the infield in. Haskin then grounded out. And a play at the plate got Hall, the pitch. And it's a little bit high with a fastball, ball one. Haskins ground ball with the infield drawn in. Hall came for the plate. He was thrown out. And then Haskin was caught stealing. The count 1-0 to Gunnar Henderson. Pitch. And a breaking ball strike on the outside. And the count evens at 1-1. There might not be a better hitter in the system at hitting the ball up the middle. That's where Carpio, the shortstop of Erie, is here. He's right up the middle. Gunnar has hit the ball to center or left. He's a left-handed hitter 53% of the time this year. But when he is hitting the ball towards left center, he's doing it well. We had a pitch clock violation there as the pitch is off the outside, the third pitch of the at-bat, but they ruled the ball prior. I think Kirby took too long, and it's now 3 balls and a strike. That's the first pitch clock violation we've seen in a little bit of time here. Haskin on deck, the 3-1 coming. Swing and a lifted foul. Anderson got a good rip, but he sends it out of play left side, and they count 3-2. Gunners 4 for 11 in this series. 2 of the 4 hits doubles. Meadows, the center fielder, now shading towards left center. Pitch. And a fastball for a called strike 3. No doubt about it. Right down the middle, and it was at the knees. And Henderson down on strikes. Nice bounce back from Kirby. Sometimes when you get a pitch clock violation, it can rustle the feathers a little bit there. But he was able to bounce back after falling behind 3-1 to strike out. Henderson, 2 down. Here's Haskin. Haskin has been such a streaky hitter, and he takes a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. But maybe a sign that he's starting to get it going. He has had an extra base hit, has Hudson in 3 of his last 4 games. 4 for 13 in this series with 2 doubles. He's hitting .272 on the year. Pitch, and he takes a changeup fading low. The 2-0 to Haskin. 2 outs, nobody on. It's 2-0 Erie here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They got 2 pitchers with a sub-1 whip throwing in this game. Pitch, and a ball chopped to short. Carpio gloves a tough up. He's on the first, and he just does beat Haskin. Got him by a step. Hudson was really hustling, and Bowie goes down in order. That's 11 in a row retired by Chance Kirby. And we go to the 5th inning, 2-0, Erie in front on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers! Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's a 2-0 Erie lead. We head to the 5th inning with the call. Here's Matt.
Well, Stallings back to work, faces off against 7, 8, and 9 in the Erie lineup, opening with Luis Carpio. First pitch is a changeup called for strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1. Carpio, Cabrera, Rabago, the three due up here in this half inning, as Carpio grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. First pitch, or next pitch rather, is grounded foul, third base side. Count goes to 0-2. Bowie trailing 2-0 here in the top of the fifth inning. We do have rain on the horizon as it's just starting to push its way through the southern end of the DMV. Getting up toward Waldorf at this point. That's the closest it's been. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider misses away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Carpio only 1 for 9 in this series when you include his ground out earlier in the second inning. He's really been one of the only bats that hasn't put together some consistent play while playing more than one game. It's just been such a potent, Erie offense. The 1-2 pitch. Flared over towards second, picked on a hop by Westberg, and he sidearms it over to first. Good stretch by J.D. Mundy. It's in time. Little offline, but now it's recorded. That's what matters. And there's one gone for Daniel Cabrera. So since the solo home run given up by Stallings to Gage Workman with 1 out in the second, Stallings has recorded now 10 outs. And only given up 1 other base runner, that leadoff single to Kerry Carpenter, who was stranded at first base in the 4th. First pitch to the lefty Cabrera is spoiled foul the other way. That one will touch down in front of the concession stands on the concourse level. Count starts out at 0-1. Cabrera lined out softly to second base his first time up. It was probably only around 80, 85 miles an hour off the bat and picked on a knee by Westberg. Here's the 0-1 from Stallings. There's a nice curveball called for strike on the bottom edge of the zone to run the count quickly to 0-2. And this is what Bowie needed out of Stallings, too. He's up to 58 pitches so far today through 4 1/3 innings. He fires the 0-2, and it's swung on and just ticked foul off the mitt of Hanley. So the count stays at 0-2. If Hanley held on, it would have been a strikeout, but we'll stick around for another. This is what Bowie needed out of Stallings, though. At least 5 innings, and it looks like that's what they're going to get, if not more. Another 0-2 pitch. Misses high, a fastball. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Stallings hasn't actually worked too far into any real individual at-bat. He did dance with Kerry Carpenter for quite some time in the first inning as the 1-2 pitch is poked out towards center field. Haskin running in on it, but only by about 2-3 steps, if at all. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Yeah, that at-bat with Kerry Carpenter, I believe it was 8 pitches before Carpenter served up a solo home run to right field. That's how the whole scoring has been for Erie today. That's how the scoring has been for them most of this series. 2 solo home runs today. They've got 11 total home runs over the course of the series. The Baysox have just 1. Here's Chris Rabago, first pitch. Slider misses down and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Now, I said in pregame we might want to see a little bit more of that slider action from Garrett Stallings. It's been working so well, and he picked up so many ground balls in his outing against Hartford. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off right side, went with the changeup in, and the count goes even in a ball and a strike. Sliders is really moving today. It's just not really too tight on the corner of the zone, and Erie's laying off of it most of the time, and it's usually just going to a called ball, low and away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing. It was the slider that time low. On appeal, he didn't go around. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Rabago. Stallings looking for a perfect inning. He had one in the 3rd. Trying for another here as the 2-1 comes in, and it swung on and missed low, a curve in the dirt. And the count goes even at 2. Tough day for the O's right now as Kyle Bradish is finally getting into the second inning. I think it was 40 pitches in the first inning for Bradish. Now up to 56 pitches, just through an inning and 2/3. It's been a tough day for him. 2-2 pitch. Broken bat bouncer up the third baseline and called foul. Gunnar Henderson picked it and just freezes as he thought that one was a fair ball. Would have been a close play, but again, a cracked bat, so Rabago has to walk back and get a new piece of lumber. Fans Cares around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. Every Patient First has on-site labs, x-rays, and prescription drugs. Patient First, the name fits. Seawolves trail 2-0, or Seawolves lead 2-0 here. See, getting back into my old habits there. The Seawolves lead 2-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Bases empty, 2 away, and a 2-2 count on Chris Rabago. Stallings looking to get through the 5th. Sends home another 2-2, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a curveball tattooed on the lower outside corner of the zone. Stallings picks up his 5th strikeout and his 3rd consecutive scoreless frame. We're halfway home here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox got to get the offense going as they trail 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Chance Kirby will try to set himself up in line for a win, as he's retired now the last 9 batters he's faced. Erie holding on to a 2-0 advantage over the Baysox at the moment. Jordan Westberg will lead things off for Bowie, followed by Joey Ortiz and Maverick Hanley. Kirby comes set for the first offering to Westberg. It's on its way, and it's swung on and missed down low. Count opens up at 0-1. Westberg an 0 for 1 day, struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. He was the first of that stretch of 9. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, did it clip him? No. Westberg just got out of the way. Fastball up and in, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. And at this point, we're watching the weather patterns as decent-looking cell of rain is moving its way northwest or northeast to us. The 1-1. Westberg smokes it to the left side, a base hit. He extends his hit streak to 3 consecutive games now. His 4th hit of the series is a leadoff single here in the 5th. And now the Baysox can talk about tying run with Joey Ortiz stepping in the box. Now the clouds have gotten much heavier overhead. They are a little bit darker. The lights are probably carrying about 70% of the load right now at Prince George's Stadium. And it was the later start for Fridays at 7:05, so we are already a little later in the day than we usually are around the 5th inning. And there's a lot going into this inning that Bowie would really like to maybe tie it up quick. First pitch to Joey Ortiz, called a strike on a fastball upper outside corner, and the count opens up at 0-1. Ortiz had a flared shot out toward deep left center back in the 2nd inning. Looked like it was going to touch down in the gap as the 0-1 is bounced over to short. Probably too tough for a double play. Backhanded by Carpio. Sent to second for 1. The throw to first doesn't complete it. That was an excellent turn by Carpio to get the lead runner. Fielder's choice goes 6-4. Here's Maverick Handley. Runner at first, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Bowie trails by 2. Here's the first pitch. Right-hander takes a crack at it and fouls it off right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Well, Ortiz and Handley both hit it out toward the left side of the outfield. And both times, left fielder Dylan Rosa ran a long way to make a fantastic catch. He dove to take away an extra base hit from Ortiz and made an over-the-shoulder catch against Handley, crashing up against the wall. Both catches eventually ended the second inning. Next pitch hits Handley in on the chest, the gut, somewhere around that torso, and he's aboard with one out on the hit by pitch. He's not usually the candidate for that. Hudson Haskin is the common name that we bring up for hit by pitches. That's only the third time this season that Handley has been tagged by one. And now it puts tying run on base with only one out with J.D. Mundy due up. But of course, Mundy is a big double play threat for Bowie. He's hit into 4 of them this season as a 1.2 ground out to fly out ratio. Here's the first pitch. Mundy watches breaking ball miss somewhere, up and in, on the track, man. That looked to be a surefire strike, but Mundy gets away with it, and the count starts out at 1-0. Now Chris Rabago is going to come out and have a chat. Fans, the Orioles' future is on MILB.TV with every Baysox game this season, home and away, streamed live. The only way to watch the Baysox on any device is on MILB.TV. Use the promo code BAYSOX in all caps, that's BAYSOX, at checkout, and you'll save $10 on a yearly subscription. Visit MILB.TV for details today.
And words we didn't want to say today, Matt. It has started to rain.
Oh, is it coming down a little bit? Yep. It's very light for the time being, but it could, well, it probably will intensify as the inning persists, so Bowie needs to get going fast. As they trail 2-0, the 1-0 to Mundy is grounded foul toward the Baysox dugout, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Mundy struck out swinging back in the third inning. He's 0 for 9 overall in this series when you include that earlier strikeout. Kirby comes set. He's up to 49 pitches so far. The 1-1 is driven foul, left side out of play, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, me being a Cardinals fan growing up, when I saw the news the other day that Matt Carpenter was signed by the New York Yankees, and that first image of a clean-shaven Carpenter sent a chill down my spine. I was not comfortable with that sight. He just had a big home run for the Yanks. The 1-2, little high, back pick to first, not in time. The throw was high from Rabago. Mundy sits back to let the count go 2-2. Yeah, the rain coming down, not heavily right now. Little bit past the drizzle, but not a heavy pour. It's still something that would bug you if you're outside. 2-2 the count on Mundy. First and second, one away. The pitch grounded slowly off of Mundy's foot to the right side. So it's a foul ball, and the count will hold. Kirby has had some long innings this season, averages about 14 pitches per inning pitched, but he's working very, very efficiently today. So at this point, you'd expect him to be near 60 pitches, if not a little bit more, but that was just his 52nd pitch overall. It'll be another 2-2 to J.D. Mundy. On its way, swing and a miss, high fastball. Mundy's down on strikes for the second time today. That's the 4th overall for Chance Kirby, and the second out here in the 5th. And we can say for now there is no contingency brewing at the tarp in front of the Seawolves bullpen here at Prince George's Stadium. If there was an impending need for it, you'd see a handful of bodies almost standing on top of the tarp at this point, ready to push it out. Here's Andrew Dashbach. Right-hander flew out to center field his first time up. He swings and misses at the first offering here. A breaking ball down, and the count starts out at 0-1. Dashbach flew out to straightaway center in a perfect third inning for Kirby. He had retired 9 consecutive batters entering this frame, but gave up a leadoff single to Jordan Westberg. Westberg replaced on a fielder's choice, and then a hit-by pitch to follow. Next pitch to Dashbach misses high, a changeup, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, I've said it, that pitches per plate appearance stat, Andrew Dashbach over the first 3 weeks or month of the season, he was one of the best in that category in the entire Eastern League, but his numbers have fallen back a little bit toward normal. Here's the 1-1. Spoiled foul right side, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. For quite some time, he was working at about 4.9 pitches per plate appearance. So what that tells you is that was working to almost a full count every single time he stepped to the plate, or he was just fouling off a ton of pitches. Either way, he was making pitchers work. But that's now dropped to just 4.5. Doesn't seem like much, but it is a big drop. The 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Pitch was in the dirt, and Dashbach didn't realize. A delayed takeoff to first base, and the throw beats him by over half. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Chance Kirby. He's got 5 on the day. And as we go to the 6th, will the Baysox bring out the tarp? Doesn't look like it. We'll be back with the 6th. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The 6th inning here at Prince George's Stadium, and it looks like the Baysox might be going for the tarp, but Garrett Stallings is on the mound, and Dylan Rosa is at the plate, so we hand it off to Adam.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. We're still playing baseball. The pitch and a breaking ball chop foul. Off to the third base side, strike 1. So the Baysox staff is at the tarp, so they are ready in case the tarp is called for to put it out here rather quickly. As now the 0-1 off speed and fouled right off the gear of Baysox catcher Maverick Hanley, who's no worse for wear. And the count 0-2. Top of the order for Erie, Rosa, Navigato, and Carpenter. Boy, that was a big opportunity, though, that just went by for Bowie. Pitch, and it just does miss a little bit high. Baysox had 2 men on and only 1 man down. And Bowie's got some pop there at the bottom of the order. Yeah, with the rains coming, you were thinking, boy, if we could just get a few here. As here's a lifted pop fly, shallow center. Haskins is hit, Westberg is out. It's Haskins, and he lost it in the lights. And it just falls to the ground in what will be a single. My goodness. That's just a little pop-up. And Haskins lost it. And now Stallings will have to work through it. Now, Haskins was coming in on it, and obviously you're looking up into the rain, and maybe when he looked down to make sure that Westberg was giving him way to make the catch, when he looked back up, he couldn't find it again. The leadoff man is on the pitch, and it's in the dirt. It bounces away from Hanley, and up to second is Rosa on the wild pitch. Oh, boy, a tough start here to this top of the 6th inning now for Bowie. Garrett Stallings, he's had such a good year. Really hasn't had many base runners allowed at all. He's got the best whip for any pitcher that has enough innings to qualify for in the entire Orioles system. As a breaking ball bends down low, and the count is now 2-0.
The Baysox have been working with that well, too, though. They've got Ryan Watson as well, who they're 2 qualified pitchers in the Eastern League with whips under 1. They've really put together such good numbers.
That's right, and in fact, it's only 2 of 4 in the entire system. Pitch, and there's a line shot, but it's heading foul. down the left field line. And the count is 2-1 here to Navigado. So yeah, it's a really good sign. Watson, who had such a remarkable start to the year. Carlos Tavera, we may see later on this season in High A Aberdeen. And Grayson Rodriguez, a top prospect, who is pitching tonight and having another good night in AAA Norfolk. As now the 2-1 to Navigado. And he drives it well to right. Cespedes going back on the run, looking up, it's off the wall. Heading around third and running through a bit of a stop sign, only to hold up is Rosa. Hard to believe he did not score there. Navigado's into second standing with a double. Now Rosa got a little bit lost. A ball off the wall. I don't know how you don't score from second base. Right there, the leadoff hitter, but Bowie catches a break in that regard.
He really must have thought Cespedes had some chance at making that catch, and I don't see how he could have deduced that from Cespedes' body language.
Yeah, you played it halfway at first, and then he was obviously raced back to the bag at second as if to tag. But that ball was off the wall. Cespedes played it to play the carom, and he did so well. Here's the pitch, and a lifted fly out of play left side. Off the bat of Kerry Carpenter, and the count 0-1. Now the infield is in here for Bowie. Runners at second and third, nobody out. 2-0 Erie leading. Baysox are getting a right-hander up to start throwing in their pad. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball drilled high and deep to right. Cespedes back, and Carpenter has done it again. He's in his second of the game, his 11th of the month of May, and his 15th of the year. And he's got a wave for the visiting bullpen, and Erie is broken and open. They lead it 5-0. Just remarkable what Carpenter is doing in this Eastern League right now. I mean, he is having a month for the ages right now here for Erie.
That was his 11th home run just here in this month alone. Outstanding numbers. I overheard on the opposing broadcast, if he doesn't win Player of the Month, there should probably be a strongly worded email sent somewhere.
They might retire name the Player of the Month after a pitch and a fastball strike on the outside. Kerry Carpenter has earned the Player of the Month for May, now known as the Kerry Carpenter Award. As now the 0-1 to Niporti. And it is lined to right. Coming in Cespedes, sliding, but he can't make the catch. He went into the slide a little bit early, it seemed. He was on the ground for a while, and he got his glove on it, but it's a base hit. And boy, that dropped, well not dropped, but lost fly ball in the lights to start the inning. Really kick-starting a tough frame for Bowie.
Rain picking up a little bit now as well. Let's see how this inning progresses.
And now we're going to see a visit from Baysox pitching coach coming out here to talk things over. Of course, in Josh Conway. Now, there's still nobody out in this inning. And it's tough because that is not an error on the ball hit by Rosas, so all 5 runs are earned, all 5 coming via the homer. 3 home runs hit by Erie tonight. They've out-homered Bowie 12-1 in this series, and Garrett Stallings has allowed 18 runs this year and 10 homers. And obviously, it'd be interesting to look back and see how many runs have come via the 10 home runs. I mean, it's obviously the majority. Now, once again, the rain is falling. But this field can really handle inclement weather well. I think we're going to play for as long as we can here as far as keeping the field playable before you put that tarp out. As here's the pitch. And a fastball's down low, ball 1 to Parker Meadows. And that's usually what you do, but sometimes what you'll do is what they did in Memphis earlier this week in a AAA ball game. They got the tarp out ahead of a dangerous storm. As here's the pitch, and it's just off the outside. Ball 2.
I saw that video. It wasn't even that far ahead because they could physically see the storm coming in their direction, And while they were only about halfway on with the tarp, it hit, and it hit hard. It was one of those flashes.
Yeah, and by having the tarp on the field, they were, I believe, able to get the game restarted rather quickly. Sometimes after a rain delay, when you pull the tarp off, you got to work on the field for a while. There's a line shot to right, and it's down, and rolling all the way to the wall off the bat of Meadows. Niporti will hold the lead runner at third. Meadows into second standing, and all of a sudden, Erie is blowing this game wide open. As we have got a flash of lightning. There's still nobody out in the inning. And my goodness, we have not seen Stallings have a frame quite like this maybe all year. Stallings getting into the sixth inning today, but 3 runs are into the sixth. Runners are at second and third, and nobody is out. Here comes Kyle Moore, Bowie manager. He'll make a move to the pen. They're going to bring in the right-hander. We'll tell you who it is right after this. It's 5-0 Erie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
Well, it was going to be Morgan McSweeney to come into this game, but the umpires have pulled the teams off the field, and we are going into a rain delay. And it's going to be interesting because McSweeney got warmed up, so you don't even know if we have an elongated delay, if he would be the guy that in the end would come into this game. But Erie has scored 3 runs here in the 6th inning on a Kerry Carpenter homer. Runners are at second and third. Still nobody is out. And now the tarp is coming onto the field here in Bowie.
Oh, this is a bit of a tough tarp pull. They don't have the mound fully set just yet. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. They don't have the batting circle set at all yet. This is not too pretty. They probably should have called for the tarp a little bit earlier and coordinated a little bit more with the grounds crew, this umpiring crew.
But it's okay. I mean, there's not even puddling on the field as of yet. So obviously we're expecting heavier rains to come here. And with the tarp getting on, this really is kind of ahead of the worst of what we expect of this storm. The field should be pretty playable when the storm ends. And the question is, when will it end? Obviously, if it ends in 30 minutes, we'll be fine. But if it ends in 2 to 3 hours, obviously we probably will not. It is already an official game because Bowie did bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. So it's a 5-0 ball game in the top of the 6th. And I don't know the ruling. If the game is rained out from here, the top of the 6th might not count. We'd have to look back at that.
I think it does. You need to complete the half inning, and the half inning has not been completed. So Kerry Carpenter's home run would be taken off the board.
I think Garrett Stallings is hoping that might be the case.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we are going to step aside just for a moment here.
So we've got some rain delay theater to keep you occupied for the next few minutes. We dip into the Baysox archives, not too far back.
That's right.
It's still while Garrett Stallings was pitching. We go back in time to May 8th when the Baysox were facing off against the Harrisburg Senators in a doubleheader. And in the first game of the Twin Bill on Mother's Day, Garrett Stallings and Morgan McSweeney combined for a no-hitter. It was the 11th in Baysox history, and we replay it for you now here in Rain Delay Theater at Prince George's Stadium. We'll pass along updates whenever possible, but for now, enjoy this dip back into a bit of Baysox history.
And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's Game 4 in this now shortened 5-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabat is with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Garrett Stallings warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Senators that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Jackson Flores, followed by Jake Alou at third base, batting second. Taylor Gashu, the catcher, bats third. Wilson Garcia, the DH, bats fourth. KJ Harrison at first base, bats fifth. Mitch Longo in right field, bats. Dondre Hubbard in left field, bats seventh. Jack Dunn, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Jackson Clough is the shortstop, batting ninth. Senators are the AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals. Tell you more about them in just a quick second as Flores digs in and readies for the first pitch. It's on its way from Stallings, and it's bounced right over to third. Backhanded quickly by Jordan Westberg. Fired to first. It's low, but dug out on a quick bounce by Andrew Dashbach. And we're underway at 12:05 p.m. on a 49-degree overcast day here at Prince George's Stadium. Starting defense quickly for Bowie from left to right in the outfield. Shane Fontana, Hudson Haskins, Zach Watson. Jordan Westberg at third. Gunnar Henderson at short. Joey Ortiz at second. And Andrew Dashbach at first. Cody Roberts catches behind the plate for Garrett Stallings on the mound. First pitch to Jake Alou. Left-hander watches up and away for a called ball. It's 1-0. The Senators are managed by Trip Keister, assisted by Justin Lord, Micah Franklin, and Oscar Salazar. R.J. Geyer is the strength and conditioning coach. T.D. Swinford is the athletic trainer. That pitch to